Thanks for joining us. I'm Philip Coleman. Lynn Brooks is on assignment. We'll hear from her in a moment. Residents of one West Alabama community were hit hard by Friday's severe weather when an EF3 tornado tore through the town of Geiger. Today, Governor Robert Bentley toured the damage and spoke with residents. WVUA's Daniel Sparkman has more from Sumter County.
Right now, I'm just doing it day by day, step by step, and just trying to go whatever we can do.
The roof of the Campbells' home was thrown across the street by the tornado, leaving their home in ruin. Georgia Campbell says seeing their home for the first time was devastating.
It was heartbreaking. You know, I've been here like 15 years. We do own the property and everything, but the house is gone. Thank God for that.
Governor Bentley toured the damage in Geiger firsthand and said this is the worst he's seen.
I think Sumter County is the hardest hit. We've lost more homes here and in Marengo County than any other county. We have to work with FEMA, and we have to get all the numbers together, as many numbers as we possibly can, and we can continue to accumulate those as we see damage across the state. And so that's what we're trying to do.
The Campbells are thankful for assistance from the Red Cross, but still wonder what they will do in the long term.
Today they took us some application and said they're going to give us some car for clothes and food, but I'm not in need of clothes and food. I need somewhere to stay.
It's families like the Campbells and the residents of this home here on Highway 17 that are now looking for new places to live and asking for assistance from the state and the federal government. In Geiger and Sumter County, Daniel Sparkman, WVUA News.
And several church groups and local organizations are helping residents of Geiger to store their belongings and rebuild their homes. And back here in Tuscaloosa, the National Weather Service says the tornado that hit South Tuscaloosa has been rated at EF3, and it had a damage path 19 miles long. Meanwhile, Democratic Congresswoman Terry Sewell toured the damage left behind by the storms. Sewell met with homeowners who live on Crestline Drive. That's in the Skyland Park neighborhood. Crews were still busy there with chainsaws across the neighborhood, cutting down trees and piling up debris. Sewell says she will do what she can to help the victims to receive assistance, and she asks the community to pray for them.
My thoughts and prayers are with the loved ones and families of those affected in these communities, and so I think it's incumbent upon all of us to say our prayers and also roll up our sleeves and do what we can to assist the families in need.
And as we have reported, Mayor Walt Maddox says he would sign a declaration of disaster to help the city to qualify for federal and state assistance. And if you would like to make a donation to help the victims of the tornadoes, you can call the West Alabama Red Cross at area code 205-758-3608. And now more fallout from Friday's storms. The city of Tuscaloosa could end up with a hefty bill after the cancellation of Sugarland's concert. Mayor Walt Maddox says the decision to cancel the show was due to all available police and emergency personnel being needed for storm response. The cancellation could end up costing the city about $225,000. Officials say they would like to reschedule the concert, but that's uncertain right now. Tomorrow marks 1 year since the deadly oil rig explosion in the Gulf of Mexico. 11 people were killed and millions of gallons of oil poured into the Gulf of Mexico. Alabama's coast was hit hard, losing millions of tourism dollars. On Monday, the Gulf Shores City Council agreed to join the federal lawsuit against Transocean, and the Orange Beach mayor says his city will be joining the lawsuit as well. As we just said, 1 year ago this week, the Deepwater Horizon explosion sent oil streaming into the Gulf of Mexico, and today we're looking at how the spill trickled down to the coastal business owners. WVUA's Lynn Brooks is in Orange Beach, Alabama, where tourism is starting to pick up.
Brett Robinson Vacation Rentals is the largest rental company here on the Alabama Gulf Coast. In fact, they own this building, the Phoenix 10. Officials with the company tell me they're seeing beach lovers coming back in record numbers.
You could stay one other night. Yes, you could.
A year ago, the phones were ringing for a different reason. Cancellations, more than $500,000 worth every day. But today, Ivan Watley at the Phoenix 10 is ringing up rentals.
Just come on, come on, come on. We had a good spring break. Mullet toss coming up. Things are looking really good.
Waves of beachgoers are heeding the call, like 5-year-old Abby Clark and her family.
And I played in the water, and the waves hit me in the back.
Hard to believe, just a year ago, this was the only boom on the beach. But officials say they believe their early season boom is a heads up of what's to come.
We're now booking close to $250,000 to $300,000 a day, which is a nice pace and a wonderful change from right about this time last year.
Curran says now the sky's the limit.
As that old expression goes, there's light at the end of the tunnel, and we know it's not the train coming at us. So everybody is, we see daylight.
In Orange Beach, Lynn Brooks, WVUA News.
And Lynn Brooks will have more coverage on the 1-year anniversary of the oil disaster from Alabama's coast all this week on WVUA News. The University of Alabama paused to remember the life of former President Dr. Andrew Sorensen today. Earlier today, Denny Chimes played in memory of Dr. Sorensen. He served as president of the University of Alabama from 1996 to the year 2000. Dr. Sorensen was currently working at Ohio State University as a member of the administration. School officials say he died unexpectedly on Sunday. Dr. Sorensen had a long career in education, working at the University of South Carolina, University of Florida, Johns Hopkins Medical Institutions, and the University of Massachusetts. He is survived by his wife, 2 sons, and a grandson. Now,